RuneGAZ is back with another video. It was just a little bit over 1 year since my first progress video of this free-to-play Ironman account. I decided to do something similar to my very first episode where I was showing my bank, collection log, stats, and so on. And this time, to make it even more special, I have exceeded 1000 hours played mark. So it will be a 1000 hours played free to play Ironman Bank video. Talking about stats, I am currently closing in at 100 combat level, one or two levels here and there, and I should achieve that. Talking about total level, I'm getting close to 1.1k. I think I should get it in upcoming 1 or 2 months. Only a couple big grinds are left for skilling, like 70 crafting and 93 smithing. Now let's get into the bank. As you can see, bank value has almost hit 50 million. It's like 10x increase since last year. I am a little bit proud of this bank layout because a lot of people wanted to copy that. So first of all, I got coins here in the main tab, then some rune stacks. Next up, have some staffs from Clue Scrolls, some wizard outfits. Of course, I had to buy legs from the store because I cannot obtain these pieces from anywhere else. I also keep main teleportation items here in this first tab. Of course, I have these junk fighting boots and quite a lot of red capes since these are best in slot in free to play, and you cannot tell me otherwise. Next up, it's Amulet Row. I'm missing Amulet of Power, of course. Don't blame me for that. I'm sorry. I will do 70 crafting grind one day, maybe. Okay, let's move on to the next tab. Oh, these are some keys, by the way. Okay, next up is the range tab. Luckily, I am not missing any items out here. Got all the best in slot stuff. Decent stack of arrows. Also got some junk from Clue Scrolls that I just keep in this tab. Of course, I have 64k bronze bolts. Like, it has completely no use, but may as well collect. One day might get to 100k. Okay, decent. Iron arrow stack, of course, from doing Minotaurs also might grind to 100k eventually. Now let's move on to weapons tab. I mean melee weapons tab. That's a decent collection, missing infamous Black Warhammer, almost 1.6 thousand beginner clues done, still do not have this one. Black Warhammer aside, I have completed every single item at tiers bronze to mithril. Now I am missing some adamant and runite weapons, of course, because I need smithing levels for that, but as I'm getting all the way to 93 smithing, that will get me a rune warhammer, I should get all these other items on the way. Now next up to armors, of course, 1k bronze full helm stack, 1k iron plate body stack. Other items might as well grind to 1k eventually, because why not? In this tab, I have completed all black items, but missing mithril, plate body, and plate legs. Also missing quite a few items in Adiro, but that's not a big deal because I can quite easily obtain them either from Camdozol Vault or by simply training my smithing, which I will have to do either way. By the way, Rune Raw is completed by doing giant bosses in free-to-play. That's very convenient. Next up is my huge skilling tab. Just kidding, actually it isn't huge at all because I'm not the biggest fan of skilling, but I have a white stack of Baronite shards. Eventually I plan to get white stack of Stardust as well. By the way, Felon Axe handle is like half of the value for this tab, it's 3 mil out of 6. I have a decent amount of uncut gems. It will help me towards 70 crafting. By the way, in this tab I'm missing two items, which is runite ore and runite bar. I will get them soon from skilling, I guess. Next up is my rune crafting tab, where I basically put most of my rune crafting supplies, even though I'm not planning to train rune crafting much at all. Maybe I will just use these supplies whenever I want. Oh, by the way, I collect the tiaras here during my crafting grind, so eventually I can turn talismans into tiaras. That's about it. Decent amount of body cores from body golem grind recently. And I guess nothing else to see in this tab. Next up is the tab that has quite a lot of calories in it. There we go, food and potions and drinks. I think the only item I'm missing in this tab is cup of tea that I can obtain from somewhere in Varrock. I didn't do research yet. Decent amount of cabbages, almost 100k worth of. I got these from beginner clues. Also have 7 baguettes, sadly not stale ones. So I had 7 shots at 1 in 64. There is nothing much to see in this one. Let's move on to the next tab, which I just call absolutely random junk plus some fishing supplies plus some random bones and ashes. And I also have Chef's hat in it. So that's about it. Plus some cooking supplies I see. I didn't even know I collected these in the past, but I guess I have some flours, milks, and eggs. Have some raw food that I'm not cooking yet. For example, lobsters and swordfish. I will wait till I reach a high enough cooking level to not burn these. I think I will set that as one of my goals. Okay, now let's just skip one bank tab. I will show that as the last one and move on to this another junk tab where I put all the stuff that I don't find place in other tabs for. Only item missing here is adamant axe, which I will bring from skilling tab as soon as I make myself a rune axe. Here are some holiday items, some ornate armors from bingo. Of course, I put all the bingo junk in here. Decent amount of frog tokens. These days you can exchange them for XP lamps. I will do that once I reach like 92 smithing to improve speed during my last level. I think it will be like 20k experience by that time, so it will help a lot. Gonna save like few hours at least. Now it's time for my big ticket loot and treasure tab where I keep most of my collection log items. And we have quite a lot of these from Camdozel mining. As you can see here on the top, I have probably the most expensive free-to-play item, which is Bryophyta staff, which is like 12 mil. I also have Hill Giants Club, all the Clue Scroll uniques, mole slippers, decent amount of value, Shaman's Mask that I hate going for. This one tab is more than half of my bank value. Of course, I got some Mossy and Giant keys that I'm gonna use and might improve this value even further. Have some Baronite guards that I'm gonna high alch. I got these from Body Golem Grind recently. Okay, let's not waste any more time. I will just show you my collection log and we can go to get back to the grind. Okay, first of all, Bryophyta, 50 kc in, already have the essence. I want to forward this to the guy or somebody forward this to the guy who is 500 kc dry. Next up, Obor's Club, 74 kc in, I already have it. Sadly only one, never lucky. Beginner clues, all the collection log is done. I'm still doing clues since I'm missing Black Warhammer and hopefully I won't need to go 5k dry for that. Castle Wars log is a little bit empty, but not because I don't have tickets, I just didn't use them yet until I will collect 800. I am at like 350 tickets right now. Anyways, let's find other log slots. What do we have? Random events. Yeah, I am missing stale baguette only. Everything else is filled. I feel like out of all the collection logs, I'm only missing Castle Wars and Stale Baguette. Probably everything else is done. What do we have? Slayer? No. Miscellaneous, yeah. We have Shaman's Mask here, some Skull Scepter pieces, keys. I might max out of these one day. Only Shaman's Mask. No. Ew. Anything else? Oh, I forgot Camdozal log. This one also might be maxed out. All these mining ones might get maxed out to 250. I don't think there is anything else I forgot to show. Oh, there is one forestry item, which I already got, which is Felon Axe handle. You saw it in my bank. And I guess that's it for today. 1 year of progress completed, 1000 hours played. Let's put on some random fashionscape and finish this episode in style. Okay, what else am I picking? Of course, no shaman's mask because it's garbage. Okay, rate my fashion. And see you next year, hopefully, or maybe in 2 years, who knows.